it's a bit like Narnia. I know you were saying there's a sort of Aladdin's cave feel. You have a small shop front, and then you have a huge amount of goodies inside this beautiful shop. And that's the thing. We should point out the fact that even though this is ideal for Christmas, you've also got, because you're here all year, you've got for a big night out, you've got for the home, you've got for the the person who wants to dress up for a special occasion. There's a huge amount goes on here. Was that always your intention, in the back of your mind, that this is going to be more than just one thing? It's going to be more than, because you've got a lot going on.
Well, I always wanted to have a really nice selection of things, so you could get a nice gift for your special sister, for your gorgeous girlfriend, your wonderful wife, or you could buy something nice for yourself, whether that be a pair of earrings or just a necklace to really brighten up a plain old jumper, or if you wanted to come in and get that gorgeous piece of jewellery for the Christmas party, all of those kind of things. But I always had a passion for fragrance as well, so that's why I created my own range of candles and home fragrance diffusers.
Well, now you studied at the Grass Institute of Perfumery. Yes. I think that's in Newtown Mount Kennedy, is it?
It is. It's just up the road.
I thought so. Yeah, sounds like it's the Newtown Mount Kennedy kind of place.
Absolutely, yeah.
So you're over in beautiful France. So that love of fragrances, was that always there? Was that something that, I don't know if there was a moment that you realised, oh, this is something I really care about?
It was something that was always there from when I was a child, and I used to pick the petals of the roses in my great aunt's circular rose garden, like kids always do.
Sure.
And I would crush them and I would make perfume. And she had a wonderful saying. She used to say to me, the babbling brook and the whispering shoals will help me to turn your mixture into fragrance. So when you come back tomorrow, Alison, this will be perfume. So I'd go off and I'd come back the next day and I'd smell it, fabulous. I'd have made perfume. And she said the Brooke and Shoals helped to make that perfume, but she had actually sprayed perfume in it overnight, because you can't make anything with rose petals and just a water mixture. I have wonderful fragrance memories of that time, of my Auntie Molly and the Brooke and Shoals, and that's why when I created my own brand with things that I was really passionate about, it was always going to be called Brooke and Shoals.
Well, I was thinking too, now you've got, luckily enough, right now we've got 12 days of Christmas, you've got 12 fragrances over the time.
12 fragrances,
there we go.
Yes, combination of, we've got lovely citrus fragrances, then deep, comforting woody fragrances, and a whole range of floral fragrances in our candles. You can see them here if you just pan around.
Yeah. And how does one even begin to, is it that you're inspired in the moment, that you're thinking about possibilities and suddenly a combination strikes you, or because you think of the endless possibilities of beautiful fragrances.
Yeah, there are endless possibilities. Well, for me, it's a lot to do with maybe places that I visited or different times of the year. In springtime, we all love a burst of floral fragrance. In the summertime, it's very much about citrus blends, that fresh, zesty citrus. Then in the winter, we like more comforting, woody type of blends, to like for days like today when you just want to sit in by the fire and feel comforted. And then at Christmas, of course, it has to be the seasonal cinnamon and spice and frosted ginger, winter berries, all those kind of elements that come out in the fragrances. I
think my favourite now I'm wearing at the moment is Lynx Street Fighter. Now we should say it's been 8 years. You've grown and grown. You've got 5 full-time, 5 part-time. You've got your warehouse over in Newtown Business Park. You've got 300 stockists around the country. Yeah. It's quite a big operation. I don't know when you started out that you had this. Obviously, there's always goals and you want to be successful, but I don't know if it's kind of caught you by surprise that you're responsible for.
I mean, I started the business as a brand that I knew I always wanted to grow.
Right.
So we don't wholesale our gorgeous range of jewellery, but we do wholesale our beautiful fragrances.
Okay.
So we have 300 stockists that stock our candles and diffusers. And recently we started exporting to Germany, to the US, to the UK. And as you can see, the shop is very popular. Customers are coming in all the time.
There you go.
It's great because it's the busy Christmas.
Now I want to make sure that they have their work visas, because they're on camera now. They both have their work visas, right? They're allowed in the country to stay.
And everyone who comes into the shop will know Kay, who's been with us for I don't know how many years, 14 years.
Wow, that's amazing.
And then more recently last year, Clara. And
hello, Clara. I'll check your visas later just to make sure. We'll blur your faces if you've got any troubles.
They're both wearing gorgeous pieces of jewellery that we sell here in the shop, and Kay's wearing a beautiful poncho that we sell in the shop. So they're good models for a...
Well, that's the thing. I think especially at Christmas remind you of the importance of local people making good stuff. It's not like you're just doing it out of charity. These are beautiful things. Like people want to have these things in their lives, and that's always a beautiful thing, because as much as we you know, love our big shopping centres and we love our big discount, you know, you can get a canoe for €2 in Aldi and all, that's great. But there's something deeply satisfying and deeply right about just being able to...
Well, shopping local is very important.
Yeah.
We both know Greystones is a gorgeous town. We've both lived here forever. And the nice thing about Greystones is we have such lovely cafes and restaurants and independent retailers.
Yes.
Because you get a bit tired of the chain stores after a while.
Sure.
And independent retailers like ourselves, you know, it's something a little bit different, it's a little bit quirky, it just makes Greystones the nice place that it is. Because when high streets start to become the same, we all get a bit bored with them.
Yeah.
And that's why I travel to trade shows in France, in the UK and Germany to pick different things so that I can have a selection that's just a little bit more unique than you'd find in other places.
And of course it goes beyond fashion then, because it's somebody who's curating, somebody who's got an eye, and somebody who's like one-on-one with who comes in through the door, what suits them.
Yes.
It's not like everybody in the whole town is you know, wearing this particular hat because it's available in a large store somewhere in town.
Yeah.
And that's important, I think, to people, is just to having that little, it's the idea of special, and special is key to, I think, a good life, where you find stuff that is just something that gives you that buzz.
Yeah.
Like a great David Bowie album, or
Absolutely.
or you know, whatever.
Something a little bit different, and just some nice. You know, you could have a nice scarf, a nice handbag, a nice hat that is just a bit different to what you're going to find in all those chain stores everywhere. And Clara and Kay, or Rita, who also works here, they will take the time. They'll give you a little bit of special time and attention, ask you what you're looking for, ask you what the necklace is to go with. They'll say, bring in the dress, bring in the top, and we'll match it up. You can try it, or you know, so it's just nice to have something that's a little bit different than just going into a big store where they don't really care about you in the same way as we would here in a small store.
It's like getting back to the old idea of, like, you know, at Patterson's garage, where the guy comes out and talks to you and then helps you, you know, put the petrol in if you need it, as opposed to like 20,000 pumps and you have to walk a mile to get to the shop and all that kind of thing. It's that, I think that we so need to hang on to those gorgeous.
Yeah, I think we do. I think you know, we should have like a small business Saturday or something like that. We don't have to just have big Black Fridays all the time. What about small businesses and focusing on those? They give you the personal service, the nice little bit of attention, and just might have something a bit different to what everyone else is doing or everyone else is wearing.
Boom. Well, we'll be keeping an eye over the year, coming year. Now we're going to keep people informed. You always got new interesting stock coming in. You're always up to some sort of cool shenanigans.
We're going to have some chats over the year, and I look forward to it. Absolutely.
Boom. And congratulations. And I will, as I said, I'll check the visas on both of these. If you can give me their surnames, I did hear a foreign surname in there somewhere. I'm not sure, but we'll check them.
Okay, cool.